Evening, folks. I hope everyone's enjoying patch 12.1. I am woefully behind on so many things. So, let's go ahead and get on some of this here. Yep. Alrighty. So, I thought about talking a little bit about what my strategy will be as someone who does not raid on Mythic difficulty. Uh, what my gear strategy is going to be. And, for the most part, it's going to be about these guys right here. So basically, on Heroic, if you bonus roll these two things, they're going to be Mythic 1 out of 6, presumably. Um, and they're going to be better than anything you can craft. Where it gets weird is that on normal, if you bonus roll these guys, so you get Heroic tier of them, they're also probably going to be better than anything that you can craft if you aren't raiding like Mythic, at least until you can get those particular items from Mythic. So that's kind of going to be my plan. With my vault tomorrow, the plan is to yeah, with my vault tomorrow, the plan is to take tier if it's available, and if it's not, I'm probably just gonna bank myself a socket. That's really about it. And that'll be it for the Unholy DK. Now the Warrior is going to be a little more interesting, because the Warrior, I'm going to be wanting something, well, I'll be able to do the craft, just because, the two-handed weapon is unique equipped, so we are better off having a craft for the other one. Just let him blow that out over there. Good lord. What am I doing wrong? The Valir is so high. I don't know. Oh no, don't care. Let her tank. So yeah, on the Warrior, far better. But on the DK, these two items are just the best. Unfortunately, you might end up just taking 5 weeks to get everything on bonus loot. And then after you get those guys, you're going to definitely want to be rolling this guy. I think this is best in slot, but I can't remember. This is definitely best in slot, so you're going to want, this one, this one, this one. So those three, these two at least, possibly this guy as well. I mean, it's not bad if you roll it. This one, not bad if you roll it. Uh, you're going to be probably running more haste than mastery right now, just because of the way diminishing returns are working out. Yoink, yoink, boop. Yeah, well, not even diminishing returns, just you're going to get a lot of stuff that's going to boost your mastery, so just the way that the game works is such that you really want to lean into whatever the game is giving you. Eventually, you will reach a point of diminishing returns, and at that point, certainly change things up. But until then, well, I mean, even with then, it's going to just depend, but for the most part, there's going to be a lot of simming that goes along, and you're probably going to want an add-on that's going to pretty much tell you how deep into your diminishing returns you are. just because that's going to be the one that's going to do. Ah, oh, man. If I could talk and play the game at the same time, it'd be amazing. Yeah. That's going to be able to tell you when to switch without having to sim all the dang time. So, until that time, you are definitely simming. But yes, as a heroic raider, week 2 when I have bonus rolls, we're probably still going to be clearing normal, just to get tier for 1 to 2 weeks. So it's, unless we somehow get to, which is highly doubtful, and kill this boss on heroic, it is far better for me to actually pursue this boss on normal to try and get these two, because these two as max heroic are currently simming higher than just getting a weapon. You or more precisely, crafting my weapon. So until such a time as I can, get all that down. But there are some questions that I do have still. I mean, mainly, I'm wondering about how. Come on. This weapon. And I'm not so much worried about it or wondering about it for my DK, but I am thinking about it for my warrior, just because it is such a good, strong weapon. And, I don't know what the tuning is like at this point, but back in the day, that thing absolutely trucked. The bleed on it was basically 100%, and you'd just go nuts all the time with it. So, definitely made things a little more interesting, but that was also a different time and a different game. Yeah, I do consider every single version of World of Warcraft a completely different game. You kind of have to. Oof. Speaking of things I should be doing, there we go. They'd all just flop over. Now quick, spawn before I lose my dudes. Yeah, I got a few seconds out of them. Hehehehe. Displacements are great, aren't they? Yeah, so until I know more precisely exactly how well the Getaku will work, and they may buff it or not, but yeah, in Battle for Azeroth, it was very, very good, but Battle for Azeroth, especially when, I was at the point where, I think I had something like 100% crit or close to it, or 85. Uh, it wasn't meta, it was definitely dumb, but I really enjoyed doing the crit instead of going with the preferred way to handle. Oh, shit. The preferred way of handling. Oh, I don't need you hexing me, buddy. The preferred way of handling high Mythic Plus, not that I was doing all that high, but it certainly would have made me push higher, which was to run all versatility corruption so that you had something like 200% versatility, which pretty much allowed you to ignore everything. And you could just play at very, very high end. Okay, pro tip on this boss here. Come on, where's it at? One, be ranged because Valera will totally screw you over. And two, work your way back this way, because at those stairs is where the treasure chest spawns. Okay, and also another pro tip, because of how Soul Reaper works right now, you can see that it says, well, it'll be easier to show you inside the spellbook. Soul Reaper. Yeah. So you can see here that, yeah, consumes up to 3 lesser ghoul stacks to summon them instantly. So you always want to make sure you have at least 3 before you hit it. Yeah, so for whatever that's worth, that's some advice. Dun-Dun's favor. Pledbearer's mask. Really nothing's great. Oh, and the other thing you might want to do is do the Stormarian Assault. You can upgrade this thing to a pretty high level, but it's still not better than these guys for me. Might be if I was a different class or whatever. Alright, well, I need to go and try and figure out my other last remaining 3 dungeons. I will throw those up. Oh, Mislaid Spirit. Mislaid Spirit triggers volley. I have no idea what this means. I feel like that's not great, which means it's probably excellent. Alrighty. So let's see how... Well, we've got 3 things in the vault, so that's good. I should do at least one more tier 11, so that way everything matches up. And I really like how fast this, you know, Blood Pit Delve is, or Ring of Glory. It's really nice. Alrighty, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Bye.